My name is Elizabeth Egan Everett, and I'm from Austin, Texas, and I'm applying for the anchor position.
And that's Pakal's tomb back there. They can't even get the sarcophagus out. It has to be built. That whole pyramid was built around the sarcophagus. And Brian Forrester says that he thinks it's not even Pakal's, that Pakal adopted it, and that it was an earlier megalithic item, an artifact that this whole city constructed itself around. See, and all the civilizations that built themselves on top of all, said that these original pieces came from, ancestors up there. This powerful stuff, you guys. Yay! So what's happening here is that there's a couple dynamics going on in the peripheral. So you're being seated with the idea of peace and love, and this is what Austin's about. But then also look over there to the left. The boot with the crown is stepping on the truth, right? So it's all these little subtle tells, and her back door with the love is literally the back door. But we're standing on the truth, aren't we? Peace and love, you guys. Oh, a video from Elizabeth in the middle of nowhere. Yay! Or am I in the middle of nowhere? I am in Everett, Georgia, which is known as the granite capital of the world. But it's also known as a very special spot where, well, it's been called America's Stonehenge. It's also been called, or it is called, the Georgia Guardstones. Dun dun dun! It's kind of cool. It's about 20 feet high, and there's some wild stuff about this. I've been doing a lot of research, and supposedly they were actually supposed to build more to it, but I think they ran out of money. So there's supposed to be a whole outer set of a ring with moonstones, and they were supposed to put a little, pyramid up at the top. What a surprise, a pyramid! And I guess they ran out of money, but they found the construction documents, some great researchers did. And also, a lot of digging has been done into the pseudonym, or the man who came forward back in I think like 1979, I think it was, when R.C. Christian showed up, and that's his pseudonym, and he came forward and wanted to fund this thing with a bunch of other anonymous donors who are concerned about the future of our world. And they put all kinds of, really great rules to live by, guidelines for our future, except for one little thing, and that's the first rule, which says maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Yeah, not sure how that's going to happen. I mean, that'd be nice, sustainability and all, But yeah, no, we got a little bit too many people on this planet. And the question comes in, who's going to make that kind of decision if we're talking eugenics or transhumanism? And R.C. Christian, actually, many people don't realize that under his pseudonym, he actually wrote a book about all of that called Common Sense Renewed. And he hailed from Iowa, and the group of people that he also was working with supposedly were Rosicrucians, which is the RC, the Rosy Cross, connecting him with the Christian of his name, his false name, but a Rosicrucian group up in Atlanta. So this is very interesting. But he actually, in his book, spoke about population control and many other things. Some things really awesome, other things a little more nefarious. But he spoke about population control in harmony with nature. And again, that's all well and good, but who's making those decisions? I start thinking of people like Bill Gates speaking about death panels, or lowering the population, that famous TED talk that he did with the vaccine comment of lowering the population with that. So it is a little bit concerning, but yeah, this place is really quite fascinating. And I recommend everyone come out and see it. People have gotten married here, believe it or not. And I guess there's been some questionable things found at the top, possible sacrifices in the middle of Georgia, in the middle of nowhere. But there's actually interesting, some people connected to the project have called this a burial spot. But that's supposedly where the time capsule is buried, about 6 feet down. Nobody knows what's in it. I guess nobody knows when they're gonna open it up either. So we'll have to see. Somebody needs to get some sonar equipment in real quick so we can find out. But, you know, I mean, I do love the sentiment, at least, you know, for some of these points. Be not a cancer on the earth. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature. You know, I really do love that. I think there's a lot about it that I honor, which, you know, all the as astronomical alignments that they did, really pretty awesome, lining up with the poles and what have you, and the solstices, and I mean that's really awesome. Just that, like, you know, that first wham bam thank you ma'am comment up at the top about kind of wiping a whole bunch of us out. So that's not really good. So anyway, I'm glad I made it out here. It's just one of those things, again, off my bucket list, and I'm on my way on a big long road trip, and I thought, well, why not? So let's see, I'm gonna do the wrong thing right now. I'm gonna turn the camera, but you've got to see how cool this is. Look at that. Look at that. It's awesome. All right, I'll turn it back now. I'll behave myself. All right, you guys, come out to the granite capital of the world. Come see this place. You'll enjoy it, hopefully, as much as I have.
You got a big choice right now, but you need courage. This is what it's all about, stepping into your alpha, your kingship, doing the things that scare you. You want more than vanilla women? Then stop being vanilla men. So, I need to cover a couple things because I have to as a female in this world. Coming into this world, there is every level of game. And I have to come in with a warning. This information is like the Force in Star Wars. It's neutral, right? You can use it for good, you can use it for bad. Yeah? So we've got the Jedis, amazing, amazing kings waking up, astonishing creatures. And then you have the, oh, bless their cotton socks, the little boys who are pretending at playing the Sith Lords, you know? And they're not here for altruistic reasons. They're actually very dangerous people, and they are taking advantage of you. They are gaming you. So I ask you to really pay attention to the countenance of the teacher who's trying to get you involved on their road. There's some serious narcissistic, megalomaniac vampires in this community, because unfortunately they're attracted here, you know? And there's brilliant, brilliant people, but you can feel it. You can feel it. You can feel it in the math that they're presenting to you, yeah? Also, understand with the information that's being taught to you, there are levels to game. There are things to pass through. It's like getting training wheels. Some of that lower level game is extremely, karmically bad for everybody. Be very, very careful. If somebody's telling you they can teach you to get broken women, you run. So I went around the planet looking into places, secrets, anomalies on an obsessional level of finding out how can I harness and how can I learn to control this, you know, to handle it. And for me, it was the path of learning to make what originally was a detriment or a curse and how to eventually turn that into a talent. Mm-hmm. And now, being involved in the pickup world, I find that there are many men and some women as well who are also on that similar road. So I have found that a lot of the information that I've gleaned along the way, I can actually offer to other people. And the world of attraction is definitely, it's something that I've been fascinated with my whole life, in the sense that I love studying mentalism, social dynamics, psyops, COINTELPRO, brainwashing, cults. I mean, everything, you know, anything that the general public doesn't know about, I want to know about. And what that then means for my clientele is that I have certain secrets that I can pass along to them.
My name is Elizabeth Egan Everett, and I'm from Austin, Texas, and I'm applying for the anchor position.